to the 5 bullets packed next to his gun. The FAA also told him that changes in air pressure could damage them. He only needs one of them to work. The 5 hollow-point Smith & Wesson Plus P cartridges are designed for maximum stopping power and maximum damage. When one hits soft tissue, the tip mushrooms into a lethal miniature buzzsaw that spins and bounces its way through the body, shredding tissue and organs. One shot is more than enough to ensure John Lennon's death. A yellow cab slides up next to him. He puts his suitcase in the trunk, then gets into the back seat. He gives the driver the address for the West Side YMCA off Central Park West. It's only 9 blocks away from his true destination. He puts on his best smile and tells the cabbie, "I'm a recording engineer." The taxi pulls away from the curb. "I'm working with John Lennon and Paul McCartney." The cabbie ignores him. He glares at the back of the man's head. "If you only knew what I'm about to do, you would be paying attention to me. You wouldn't be treating me like some nowhere man." Nowhere Man is a song by his favorite group of all time, the Beatles. Well, they used to be his favorite, until they broke up. And he still hasn't forgiven John Lennon for saying that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus. That was blasphemy. The taxi gets in line with the bumper-to-bumper traffic heading into Manhattan. Everyone is rushing to Rockefeller Center. A 65-foot Norway spruce has just been delivered, and the electricians are working feverishly to prepare for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony, which is only a few days away. He takes out a bag of Coke, snorts a line off his fist. The cabbie is now watching him in the rearview mirror. "Want some?" The cabbie shakes his head and returns his attention to the road. The Coke isn't working its magic. Instead of feeling a wave of intense pleasure, he's sweating and working himself into a rage, all of it aimed at Lennon. "But I'd plug him anyway," he mutters. 6 shots through his fat, hairy belly. He arrives at his destination. He pays his fare, and as he steps out of the cab, he imagines police swarming him, their weapons drawn, ready to arrest him. He sees himself locked inside a jail cell for the rest of his life. The thought brings him comfort, peace. He turns back to the driver. "I'm Mark Chapman. Remember my name if you hear it again."
Chapter 1. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Nowhere Man. "You'll like John," Paul McCartney's friend Ivan Vaughan says. "He's a great fellow." Paul knows John Lennon, but only by sight, really. John is older, almost 17, and the two have never spoken, even though they ride the same Allerton to Walton bus to school. Today, John's singing with his band, the Quarrymen, at the St. Peter's Church Fete, and 15-year-old Paul and Ivy have bicycled over to check them out. Well, Ivy's interested. Paul wants to check out the girls. It's Saturday, July 6, 1957, and already hot when the Quarrymen take the outside stage. John's wearing a shorty, a knee-length coat over a checkered red and white shirt and black drainpipe jeans. He starts to cover the Del Vikings doo-wop tune, "Come Go With Me." Paul has heard the American song only a handful of times, on the Decca Record Show, on Radio Luxembourg, and playing in one of the record shop booths. Paul half listens and goes back to scouting the crowd. He's thinking about which girl to approach first when he hears John change the lyrics without skipping a beat. Paul knows a lot about the guitar, and he can't figure out what style John is playing as he breaks into a rockabilly cover of Gene Vincent's Bebop-A-Lula. John dominates the stage, owns it. Which isn't much of a surprise. Everyone knows John Lennon is cocky and confident, and a local Ted, or Teddy boy. Here in Liverpool, the Teds, with their long sideburns and oiled-up hair swept together in the back like a duck's arse, are hard, rebellious working-class men and boys who love getting into fights. Paul follows Ivy inside.